I think we are steering towards a future where you have agentic growth engines that are being operated by very small marketing teams, right? To achieve that 10x output. And to make that a bit more concrete is, I believe the future looks like you have a VP of growth, you have a head of growth, you have a head of paid media, and then maybe one person like for example for social programmatic and so on, but like these different desks that they used to have where you have like multiple people with a meta, I think that will all over time will more consolidate, and then you will have tools, and this might be Blue Alpha, this might be different tools that help you with the decision making process of actually saying, okay, we analyzed all of these different campaigns, we saw creative fatigue, this is what we recommend, do you want us to execute on this, yes or no? And then the person that's sitting is like, say yes or no, right? Or hey, I actually want to change XYZ. It's similar to how coding is done these days, right? If you look back 1 year ago, everyone was still like writing their own code and really like going on. Stack Overflow is like, and I'm making this engineering example because that's where I come from, but like Stack Overflow is like almost like Reddit for just engineers, where you can ask a lot of questions, and if someone else had that problem, you actually like look at it and then you start to implement it. Now, most of the coding is more about, you still need to really well understand how the structure needs to be built and how the infrastructure needs to look like, but then ultimately AI is doing the execution and the coding for you, right? Yeah. And I think that same shift is going to go into marketing. You still need these extremely skilled people that understand the business very well, right? And like need to understand what needs to be done. But then the execution of these things are going to be done automatically by AI and combining different data streams into one, so that the entire decision-making process of I make the decision and I'm executing the decision just gets really consolidated and becomes extremely fast. Because what we believe in is, you need to make a lot of decisions fast in order to learn from them, right? Yeah. And in particular marketing, and in particular in our like current social media world, where there's like so many waves that people need to ride and can ride on in order to like drive value, you need to be fast.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. Just to build on that question slightly, what misconceptions do most brands still have about marketing effectiveness? How it should actually be measured? What are those misconceptions that are still out there?
I think there is still a big communication part or education part that needs to be done in terms of what is the difference between the marketing mix models and the MTA, and why is MTA not fully sufficient, right? You still see the shift, and everyone talks about brand formants, right? And like everyone needs to do brand, but a lot of people still do very like bottom of funnel performance marketing, and you're starting to see a bit of a shift, but it's not fully there yet. We had one case study, it's also on our website, where we worked with this e-commerce brand, and they've never done any YouTube advertisement, right? And they didn't believe in YouTube, right? Because it's too top of funnel. And we ran a test, and we literally we made them almost 200K in 4 weeks, right? Incremental sales. Sure. I'm not saying like touched, but I'm like saying we could literally prove out. You ran this campaign, which was an ROI of almost 3 hours, 2.5, right? Incremental ROI. Exactly, right? Incremental ROI. It's not like, oh, we made you 200K, but you spent 300K. No. I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Like actual incremental sales and incremental ROI larger than 2. And starting to break this initial belief took some time, but we got there. And I think there's like so many other companies that still are stuck, or like still believe that MTA is the way, you need multi-touch attribution, brand really doesn't work, or it takes super long time in order to materialize. And there's a lot of education needed that we still do to this day in order to make people believe that. I think this is not always the case.